Good morning, Starshine. This is Smadar from Song of Stones, and I'm here with these gorgeous, gorgeous beings. Very ancient, very magical, very powerful beings. But before I tell you about them, let me just introduce myself for those who don't know who I am. I am Smadar from Song of Stones, and I am a crystal whisperer. I listen to the Song of Stones, I listen to their messages, and I share them out with my community. I send out crystal moon messages every other week under the energies of the new and full moon. And I also, and this is something I really love to do, is I help people find the stones that are singing just for them. So these guys started singing at the beginning of the year. They are the year stone for Song of Stones. And if you don't know what a year stone is, it's similar to a word of the year, or it's similar to inviting in an energy guide for a specific purpose. In this case, it would be to walk with you through 2020. So these guys are here for us, for all of us, in the year 2020. And they sing of truth. And truth is a very slippery, very controversial, very powerful thing. And it's something that we all say that we want, but very few of us are really ready for it. Because truth changes us, it changes our lives, it demands that we change. It demands that we honor what we believe. And it also frightens because we humans are just very resistant to change. We don't like it. We like things to stay the way they are. And of course they never do, so we're always grumbling about that. So we're resistant sometimes to things that are true, because we know that if we accept the truth, that life is going to change for us. So I'm reminded of that movie. The name of it isn't coming to me at the moment, but you'll hear the iconic line and you'll know exactly which one I'm talking about. You can't handle the truth. And that says it all. Sometimes we just can't handle the truth, and then we just hide behind false beliefs because it's just feels easier in the moment. Of course it's not. It's not easier. It's just easier in the moment to dismiss what we know is going to change us. Ultimately, though, it's not, because when we are not living in truth, we are not happy. As much as we resist change, we also are not well with living a lie. And it shows up, it might not happen on a conscious level, but that it shows up in our lives in different ways, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, when we're not in alignment with who we really are. Life is going to be hard for us. So sometimes it's better to look truth in the eye and do what we have to do. And the hard stuff is temporary. And once we shift into that more aligned way of living, life just gets so much better. So these guys are here to help us with that. And you need to be ready. You need to be ready for really, really big stuff. I have been experiencing the effects of these powerful beings. They are blue dragon crystals. And these are the same ones, they're the same type of crystal as the blue dragon eggs, if you guys have heard of them. If not, you can go onto the website and check them out. There was a lot of magic when those came in years ago, and there was a lot of adjustment and a lot of adjustment when those came by. And again, it's happening with these guys. I'm kind of used to the magic and shifts that come from being around the stone beings, and just my life experience has prepared me. But still, I'm still, with all that I have seen and experienced, these guys really blew me away. And it's why you haven't been hearing from me so much lately. I've just had to do a lot of resting. I've had some really ancient stuff come up for me that came up in a very physical way. And I can tell you what that is, just so you're not wondering what happened. I've been doing some work around community, and I had an experience with community that was a little bit difficult. It was a little bit hard, and I felt almost like a bruised feeling in my arm, in my left arm. And then the next day I woke up with what felt like a sprain in my hand, a very bad sprain. I haven't been able to use my left hand for about a week. So I've been doing, things have been going very slow here, really slow. You appreciate your hands when you can't use one of them. You see how much you rely on both of your hands. Of course, I've adjusted and I've had some help in the house, but it slows things down, and it's why you haven't been hearing from me so much at the start of this year. So I want you to understand that if you're ready, these guys will help you. They'll make things so much easier for you. It could have been a lot harder. I went through this shift and this hardness and this yuckiness and painfulness in a much, much easier and less intense way than I would have years ago. And these crystals have helped 100%. They've helped, there's no doubt. They also were instigators, so there's that. But I am grateful for it because let me see that I can move through stuff from a place of power. Even things like, a sprained hand or harsh words or, even being canceled. And that's something I'm going to be talking about because that's one of the things that I experienced during this past week. And I was able to move through it from a place of power, from a place of strength, and from a place of understanding that I have been calling in a new community. Not so much a new community. I have been calling into my community. I've been calling into my life. People who are in alignment with my beliefs, with my views, with my spiritual perspectives, with my views on magic, with my deep, deep sensitivities and empathic abilities. And in order to do that, you sometimes have to let go of what's not in alignment. And it's not always so easy because you can love and enjoy the people in your life who you're not totally resonating with, and who maybe even bring pain and drama and trauma into your life. You could still love them and still want them in your life. But there are times when you just have to let go. And when you're empathic, it's especially hard because you get so connected to people. And you really feel everything. You feel everyone. And, for better or for worse, that love is there. And there's definitely love because that's the thing that creates the empathic connection. It's love. So, so I wanted to introduce you to these guys to give you a little idea of what to expect when working with them and to make sure you're ready. Don't call on these guys if you're not ready to go through some stuff. If you're not really ready to shift into a deeper alignment with yourself and with your purpose. And it's not a bad thing if you're not ready. It's a smart thing. It's a wise thing. It's a kind thing. one step at a time. That's my philosophy. Just, I mean, you could dive in and deal with everything. It's going to be harder, but listen, sometimes we don't have a choice. Sometimes we get thrown into the deep end, and we just have to learn how to float there, how to ride the waves that come. And sometimes it's a choice of when we're going to do something. So if you're wanting to stir up some stuff, get connected with your deep, deep truth. And you're prepared for what's going to come with that. I invite you to call on these gorgeous beings. And if you're wanting to connect with that blue energy, that truth energy, there are other crystals that you can call on as well. And we're going to be talking about them this month. I want to start telling you about them right now, but guidance is saying, okay, it's enough already for today. Okay, so I'm trusting that. It's enough. I'm honoring that wisdom of not throwing too much at people at one time. So enjoy the energy of these beings, and get in touch if you want to bring one into your life. And if you're not signed up for our newsletter, our Sunday Sparkle, I invite you to do so. That's where you'll get the messages from the stone beings. We sent one out recently from these guys. They shared a message about truth, and it was very powerful, very beautiful. And every new moon and full moon, you'll be hearing from a crystal. And I'll also be talking to you about crystallizing your power. That's something I feel needs its own conversation, and I will be back with that. It's the energy this year. It's what I'm committing to this year to share with you. All kinds of ways to strengthen your power. I think it's something that we need at this time. A lot of us are feeling very vulnerable and very, what's the word I'm looking for? We're feeling very vulnerable and fearful and helpless is the word I wanted to say. And it doesn't have to be that way. There is so much you can do to strengthen yourself, to strengthen your power, and to make life so much easier. And we're going to be talking about that throughout the year. The crystals and I are going to be sharing wisdoms and energy of how you can become stronger in yourself on all levels of your being, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Sending you so much love and lots and lots of blessings for a magical, magical year. Hope you'll be riding the 2022 wave with us, with me and the crystals, and be in touch, my friends, and we will see you.